Hey everyone, totally different kind of video I'm putting out today. I was asked how to siphon your gravel out in your fish tank. You know what, it's not a stupid question, because when I first started I had no idea how to do it. So this is just kind of like a beginner's guide to how to siphon your gravel out and get all the garbage out and get it in that bucket which goes into the toilet. And how do you do it? I'm going to show you. First thing you need is a siphon hose. Now this one, you see how old it is? It's like 30 some years old. I bought this at the pet store for like 15 bucks, I think, maybe 20 tops. But as you can see, it's lasted a very long time. You just need this section here, and you need a section of tubing down there that'll stretch into your bucket. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dip this into the aquarium, and I'm going to set up the camera so you can see that. Okay, I'm going to do this actually a little bit differently here. The deal is to fill that up by turning it upwards underneath the water and allowing water to go down this tube here into this point. But you have to have your thumb over this point and point it towards your bucket so that everything doesn't splash out and you get a suction. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill that up, and you'll be able to see it right here in a minute. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I know you can't see my face, but that's probably a good thing. I'm going to take this, I'm going to dip it in the water, I'm going to lift it up out of the water, like this. You see the water's filled up here. I got my thumb over the end here, and when I point it into the bucket, you're going to hear it splash in there, and as soon as it comes out of the water, I'm going to put my thumb back over the hole and stop that pressure. Okay, just started. So, as you can see, I still have water in there. The whole tube here is completely filled. And now I'm going to stick this end back in the water. Put it face up like this so it can refill back up with water. And then all you do is turn it upside down, put your spray hose back in here, and then let it go. As you can see, if you can see the water here, then I go down inside the gravel, get all that garbage out, while all these guys try to eat my fingers or see what I'm digging up. And the flow will just continue to go as long as you have the top end in the water and you never pull it out. Once you pull it out, it's going to stop everything. It'll stop that whole flow, and then you got to restart everything all over again, which isn't hard. But I had a few people over at a couple pet stores I go to ask me exactly how to use a siphon hose. I'm sure I asked the same question when I bought it. It's not a dumb question. We all got to know, those of us who have fish aquariums. And you know what? Hey. Only one person asked me. You see, I'm doing a video on it, so I hope this is coming out good and hopefully not lame. Okay, I'm going to stop it right here. So when I stop it, I'm going to put my thumb over the edge, so I have water all the way in this tube, and I'm going to lift the big end here out of water, and I'm going to drain it, and then I'm going to lift it up like this, straight up, and I'm going to put the end back in here. I'm going to let it all go. There. Now I've got nothing in the tube. Tube comes over here. Now I'm ready to dump my water. Okay, since I'm doing a complete tutorial, this is not anything stupid to add, but I'm doing a full-length tutorial on how to clean your aquarium with a siphon hose. Now, some of you might not know that you can just take that and dump it in there without it overfilling. Okay, that's the way to get rid of it, is right there in the toilet. The toilet can only hold so much water. Once you put it in there, the toilet flushes. Okay, so what do you do when you're done siphoning all your gravel and all the garbage out of it? I'm going to simulate that we're all the way done. I only took one 5-gallon bucket out, but I just cleaned my aquarium about a week ago, so there's no reason to go any further. I am low on water in here, so I do have to fill it up. So What do you do at this point? You have two options. You can use the 5-gallon bucket or bucket, whatever you used to take the water out, and you can put that in a bathtub and fill it up and bring it down and just put it to the top. Or you can get a siphon hose, and it's got to be bigger than this one. It's got to be about this big. Well, if you're in my house, it's got to be about this big. I actually had this very, very long siphon hose that I had bought probably about 15 years ago, and still working really good. Here's the way we're going to do this. One end has to attach to your faucet here, and you got to get one of these things. Normally it comes with it, and you got to screw that in, take the old one out and put this one in so it's got the threads, and you're going to put that inside there, and then we're going to take that back to the aquarium. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, everything's attached. Got the tube, got this one. I'm going to take it into the other room. Okay, and here's where it ends up. It ends up right here on my tank. As you can see, it stretches across my couch and into the bathroom over there where we just were. So yes, they come this long. This is how I have to do mine. Normally when I go turn the water on, I'll take this lid right here and I'll shut it just to put some pressure on this so it doesn't just like pop out on me, and it shouldn't pop out. So now I'm gonna go turn some water on. Now this is the cool side, this is the hot side. I normally keep it right about here. It's very, very lukewarm. I let the tank regulate itself. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start it out here to here. And it's gonna sit there and it's gonna fill it up, and they're all gonna get curious and see what that is and come over here and hang out for a little bit. And I'm just gonna let that fill up. And then I'll show you how I drain that tube, because it's quite long, and if you don't do it right, you're gonna have water all over the place. Okay, done filling up. This is how we're gonna release this. This is all full of water right here, and all the way down that tube, it's all full of water. So we gotta get rid of most of this water. First thing we're gonna do is just gonna empty it out right here. Normally I'll let it hang here for a sec, and then when you leave, you gotta hold it up, and you're gonna walk all the way back here, to the bathroom. Still got it up. Now I'm going to set up the camera to where you can see what I do. Okay, before I set up the camera, one thing you got to do, I got this being held up here by my hand, and the end of it here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. I'm going to point it straight down in here, and I'm going to put my leg to hold it in place, kind of like that. So it just goes in the sink. Now I'm going to set up the camera here. Okay, got my leg up against here. This is just how I do it. Of course, there's a million ways to do it. This is the draining tube going into the sink here. Here's my tube that's empty that I've been carrying around. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up high, and you're going to see the water in here drain. And I'm just going to roll it up in my hands here. And the water is going to drain out of this plug right here. I'm just going to keep lifting it up, lifting it up. And stretch it out a little bit, and there it is. Got everything in my hand, ready to put it back out in the garage or in the bucket for another day. Well, and that concludes my tutorial on how to siphon, or how to use a siphon on your aquarium. I know there's other videos out there. Once again, somebody asked me. It really only takes one person to ask me, and I'm happy to do a video on it. I hope I demonstrated that enough to where you can actually do it yourself. If I didn't, leave a comment. I'll do it again. I got no problem doing that. So I'm going to go and put this stuff away, and I'm going to get ready for a worm feeding video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you like my channel. I appreciate you coming by.